Dr. Esther Trufan, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to build a voltaic pile and how to test the voltage across that battery. So for this experiment we're going to need some chemicals. Today those will be 5 pennies, 4 zinc washers, sodium chloride, deionized water, and on the equipment side we're going to need some tape, because we will need to bind the layers as tightly together as possibly can. And we can't touch the two ends because our body conducts electricity and we would destroy essentially any voltage that is generated by the battery. So we need something between our hands and the voltaic pile that is an insulator, and tape will do that for you. To measure the voltage across, we're going to use a voltmeter. But if we don't care about the exact amount of voltage generated, we can simply test the usefulness of the voltage that was generated by using some kind of device like an LED light or a buzzer to determine if we are producing sufficient voltage. So with that in mind, I have 5 different LED lights here, and I have a Petri dish as well, and I'm going to have a purpose for this. Also, for the voltaic pile, I'm going to need some cardboard, and to cut it into the right shape, I'm going to use some scissors and a pencil to mark the spot. Let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is take our cardboard piece, place a penny on the cardboard piece, and trace that penny 4 times on it. With that, we put our penny back in our collection. We take our scissors and we cut out 4 cardboard circles that are the approximate size of our penny. Now that I am done cutting up my cardboard circles, it is time to prep them for our experiment. I will remove my LED lights from the Petri dish because I will need this for another purpose. I will transfer a small amount of deionized water in the Petri dish, and then I will add about a pinch of salt. It is important to create an electrolyte solution to make the connection between the stacks of the voltaic pile. We should dissolve at least some, if not all, of the sodium chloride in the water. Before we move on to our next step, we need to make sure that we have some paper towels at the ready. I will place my paper towel next to the Petri dish, and then I will take my cardboard pieces, put them in the Petri dish, press on them so that they are fully submerged and all the air pockets in between the 2 layers of cardboard are eliminated. When the cardboard is soaked in our electrolyte solution and all the air pockets are gone, we're ready to take them out. And we're going to place it on the paper towel. And then we're going to dab them as dry as we can. Because for our voltaic pile, we need our cardboard to be damp, but not wet. Now we are ready to build our voltaic pile. We're going to take a penny. Then we're going to place a washer on top of it. Then we're going to place a cardboard circle on top. Then another penny, another washer, another circle cut from the cardboard, penny, washer, cardboard, penny, washer, cardboard. And finally, we're going to add our 5th penny to the top. With that, everything else can be set aside, and we have our voltaic pile. It is a little flimsy right now. We need to push them really, really close, and we need to hold them there. So this is our pile, and we have to press it really, really close. Then we're going to get our tape, and we are going to attempt to bind them together. Now we have to make sure that when we do this, there will still be a little bit of both ends of the voltaic pile that will be accessible to us for testing. Here we have our voltaic pile that is pressed together as much as possible. And on the one end, we can see that there is exposed penny. And on the other end, we also see the exposed penny. Contact with those exposed surfaces is critical in accessing the voltage generated by the pile. So then, for our next step, we're going to determine the voltage that was generated by our pile. We're going to place one end of the voltmeter to one end of the pile and the other one to the other end of the pile. And if the connection is steady, we should be able to record an approximate voltage. And we are generating about 3 volts of voltage. All right, let's see what we can do with 3 volts. And we can start with our red LED, separate out the 2 legs so that it can reach across the whole pile and touch the 2 sides. So now, let's bring it close. And we can see that this red LED lights up when it connects to the 2 pennies on the 2 ends of the pile. Let's see if we can do that with the yellow one. We separate them out, we bring them close to the pile, and the yellow LED turns on as well. The green, it turns on. And the blue, when determining the positioning of the LED light, it's not random. The long leg has to be attached to the copper penny that has the cardboard next to it, and the shorter leg has to be connected to the copper that has a zinc washer right next to it. And then for our final LED light, we can do it once again. So it lit up all 5 LED lights, and if all we want to do is generate some light, this is sufficient. If we want to generate some sound, we have the option of bringing in a buzzer. And just like before, we can connect the buzzer to the 2 ends. The end that has the copper next to the penny next to the cardboard should be connected to the red side of the buzzer, and the penny attached to the washer should be connected to the black side. There is the tiniest staticky sound that is produced by this voltaic pile, not enough to give us a response from the buzzer. But just so you know, if we had enough voltage, the buzzer would actually make a sound. So let me demonstrate how that looks like on a 9-volt battery. So our problem with the buzzer is not that the voltaic pile isn't producing voltage, it's that it's not producing enough voltage to cause the sound to appear. We can always stack more pennies, washers, and cardboards to create larger and larger voltaic piles in an effort to produce enough voltage to make the buzzer come alive.